I'm angry at my writing disability because it makes it hard to write, read, communicate, do the internet, email, work.
Today's world.
Today's world, yes. So I'm angry at my reading and writing disability. So you need to read and write. Is that true?
Only to communicate with somebody who is not in the present location.
So you need to read and write at all, even for that reason. Is it true?
No.
How old are you?
43.
You've been okay for 43 years.
I don't know if I'd use the word okay.
Well, other than your thinking, how's your body?
My body's great.
You've been okay for 43 years.
Yeah.
Except for your thoughts, hasn't your body done well?
How is it not done well?
No. Other than your thoughts, your body has done well.
Yes.
No problem.
No.
So you want to learn to read and write.
It's not a function of wanting to learn. I've had all the education possible to try to teach me how to read and write.
You need to read and write, is that true?
No.
Good to know. Feel that. For 43 years, other than your thinking, you've done fine. Your boots match.
I made them.
People who read and write may have a problem with that.
I know.
We're too busy reading and writing.
My mind does not work in 2-dimension, it works in 3-dimension.
How do you react when you think the thought, I need to read and write? And you can't, you're dyslexic.
I'm ashamed, embarrassed. Society takes it for granted. It hurts.
Give me a peaceful reason to believe that you need to read and write, or to read or write, or to write or read.
It'd be nice to be able to help my 10-year-old son with his homework.
Oh, really? Well, you've been spared.
You're right.
It's like you're wishing for the nightmare. And it leaves him something very, very important. It leaves him responsible for what he learns. That way they really get it, too. That's not a peaceful reason. That one upsets you.
Right.
Brings you to tears.
A peaceful reason to, say it again?
Give me a peaceful reason to believe that you need to read and write.
There isn't a peaceful reason.
So I need to learn to read and write. Turn it around.
I don't need to learn to read and write any more than I'm already capable of doing to survive.
Not at all. Welcome to the truth. Now give me 3 reasons why your life is better off because you don't read and write.
I don't read a newspaper, so I don't have to listen to all that bullshit every day. I use my imagination and my artistical skills for entertainment or pleasure. Is that 3?
That's 2. Why is your life better because you don't read and write? That's 2.
Why is my life better?
It frees up a lot of time.
What's that?
It frees up a lot of time.
Yeah, it does. It allows me to not get involved in politics and all the day-to-day ongoings of life that stress people out, I guess. So yes, my life is better in that aspect because it's not something I need to do. I guess I can hire people that have that stress for me.
I would drop the I guess.
I can.
Or not even that stress. You can hire people to read and write for you, or you can just ask us. You asked me, I said yes.
Yeah, I've had people call me at my office to make an appointment.
Your office? How do you have an office if you can't read and write? So, sweetheart, it says here, I'm angry at my reading, writing disability. You are disabled. Is that true?
Let's define disabled.
Yeah. For sure. Other people can do your reading and writing for you. It frees you up to do other things, to allow your creative... It gives you a lot of time.
It's humiliating when I ask somebody how to spell something. They say, what are you, stupid?
Well, what is the answer to that?
No.
There you have it. You have a problem with the word no? You have a problem with the truth?
I'm beginning to like it much more.
So, sweetheart, you be the mean world. The ones that say, what are you, stupid? Be that world. Let's have a conversation, okay? I'm going to be a kind dyslexic man. I'm going to be you. And you be the unkind world. Hi, would you read this for me?
What's your problem? Can't you read it yourself?
You know, I can't. I'm dyslexic.
So what's dyslexia?
Well, you know, I'm glad you asked. I don't have the ability to read. I see things backwards, or I just see them differently. It doesn't make sense. It has to do with the way the brain sees things, and it's just not possible. You know, I have tried everything I have ever heard of or known. People have tried to teach me, and it doesn't work because of the way my brain works.
You must be a moron.
Well, you know, actually, my IQ is pretty bright. So would you read this for me?
No, I won't read that for you. That's your problem.
Okay, thank you. And then I go ask someone else. Okay. And I don't bother to tell him it's not a problem, that I don't want the wrong person reading for me, and he shows me who not to read to me. He eliminated himself perfectly. You don't want the wrong person reading to you. Someone like that might mess with the words. Who knows? So you're disabled. Is that true? If you had to say at this point if it was a gift or a disability, honestly, what would you say?
It's becoming more of a gift.
I love that you catch up with that. You've been having something very, very beautiful. It totally frees you up. You get to do what everyone wants to do, have time. It's a wonderful thing. People can read huge, long documents and just give you the short version.
Right. That's exactly what I do.
You are disabled, is that true?
I feel like it some days.
So I'm asking you, you're disabled, is that true? Not to be able to read and write is a disability. Is that true? I'm not talking about the way the world sees it.
Okay, if you're not talking about the way the world sees it, then no.
Feel that. The world would tell you a lot of things, and you know how far that goes.
I know, but when you're standing in a checkout line at the supermarket and you can't write a check, and the lady behind you is saying, "Would you hurry up?"
Well, what's
and you
the
start
answer?
shaking.
Well, what's the answer?
Use a credit card.
You're disabled, is that true?
No, I'm not. No, I'm far from disabled.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm an extremely talented person.
Yeah. So what would you choose, that or the ability to read and write if you had to make a choice?
I have had days where I'd be willing to cut my right hand off to be able to read.
Well, those were the days. Now I'm asking you now. Right now, that's where it counts. Doesn't count then. Right now, this is where your life is. Right now, if you had to choose what you've got or to read and write, I'm talking about your talents, your everything that you are. That or...
No, I wouldn't trade it.
So sit in it.
So what?
Just sit in that for a moment. God, don't you love you the way you are?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I do too.